Okay, hello everybody. I had two requests last week. Two requests. One of them was for chicken and dumplings, and the other one was for meals that you could cook in 5 minutes for people that don't know how to cook. So, first of all, let me say that to cook a meal in 5 minutes is pretty much impossible. Unless you're going to make peanut butter and jelly. But besides that, no, you really can't do it in 5 minutes. But anyway, I'm making chicken and dumplings. Now, look, the easiest way to do this is to go and buy a chicken that's already cooked. Take the meat off the bones, chop it up, put it into a pan, add a can of cream of chicken soup, and put your biscuits on top, and boom, you've got it. I mean, it doesn't take long at all. However, I'm using raw chicken. I'm using chicken thighs, and you know, it's going to take about 40 minutes to cook the chicken. So what I'm doing now is I'm sauteing some onion and celery, which is optional, and then I added the I added the chicken in. And then I'm going to add in those vegetables over there and let it boil for about, let it simmer for about, I don't know, 35, 40 minutes. Okay, now there goes a cup and a half of water. That's the water required for the soup. By the way, that was chicken and mushroom soup. Okay, there goes some garlic, some thyme, and a bay leaf. Okay. Now I'm adding the veggies in. Alright, I'm going to put the lid on and let it cook. Okay. Now, basically what I'm doing is I'm cooking the chicken. That's what's taking so long. Oh, I'm also going to add some roux to make it a little bit thicker than what it is. You know, the can of soup is just kind of too thin for me. I like it a little bit thicker. If you don't know what roux is, I have a video on roux. You really should learn what roux is. Roux is a staple in the kitchen. It's flour and butter, but it's cooked. Like I said, if you don't know what it is, you gotta have it. Even if you don't know how to cook, you gotta have roux. What I do is I make it up and I put it in the freezer. And then anytime I need it, I just take it out and boom, there it is. Okay. Alright, so the chicken and veggies is on the stove right now and they're cooking. Uh-oh, earthquake. Okay. Alright, there you go. There's the chicken and veggies. I've taken out the broccoli because it was done. You know, I like broccoli cooked, but not smushed. You know what I mean? Not all broken up. So anyway, I just took it out. It was done. Okay, now look, this is what I call a diffuser. These things are great. They really do help. What you do is you take a tomato can, take it outside, stomp on it until it's flat, and then take a hammer and smash it so it's really flat. And then you put that down on the stove and you put something that you don't want to burn. You put that on top of it and it really works. It's a very nice thing. Okay, so there's the broccoli that I took out. Boy, that coffee machine is loud. I never noticed. Alright, so now we're just waiting for the chicken to cook. Basically, that's what we're doing. The dumplings, I'm going to use these biscuits, the Pillsbury Doughboy guy. You know, dumplings are, it's just so simple that to me, it's just not worth making them. You know, it's what it is, it's flour, water, and a little bit of baking powder. That's it. That's all it is. It's so simple, and it makes such a mess. You know, it's just easier to use these things. The biscuits. All right, there you go. There's 4 biscuits. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper to them. No, I'm sorry, that was pepper, not salt. Okay, there's some, I like putting the parsley right on top. All right, then I'm going to cut them in half because they're kind of big. Okay. Now, parsley is optional. You know, if you're doing the 5-minute thing, you don't need parsley. I happen to like parsley on there. It gives it a nice flavor. Don't forget, the biscuits have no flavor at all. They're going to absorb any flavor you put them in. So in other words, if you're making chicken and dumplings, they're going to absorb the chicken flavor. If you're doing beef, like beef stew, they're going to absorb the beef flavor. So they're pretty much neutral. You know, whatever you add them into, that's what the flavor is going to be. All right, now there's the chicken and vegetables, and it looks like it's ready. Okay, now, whoops, I'm going to add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Okay, all right, and here we go. There it is. Now you have to put a lid on it. Oh, I added the broccoli and a piece of cheese over the broccoli. All right, now I'm going to put the lid on it and put it back on the stove and let it cook for approximately 12 to 15 minutes. There's that diffuser again. Those things are dynamite. I'm telling you, man, they really work. The reason why I use a tomato can is because the tomato cans are big enough to, you know, big enough to cover the whole, whatchamacallit, the whole thingy. Okay, now I'm just waiting. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just waiting for the, there you go. There it is. It's 12 minutes later. The biscuits, you know, when you put the lid on, they actually cook in the, right there in the liquid. So instead of being baked, they're kind of steamed. Kind of. Oh yeah, baby. Oh, this is really good stuff. All right, now, like I said, if you're doing the 5-minute thing, you put your chicken, your cooked chicken, just chop it up, put it in there, add a can of soup, and put the biscuits on top. Don't put the biscuits on until it starts to boil, and then put them on. Oh man, that's good stuff, I'll tell you what. Ooh. You can freeze this too if you want. All right, there you go. It's a big plate of mush. There's not a lot of definition there on the plate. So you have your cooked chicken, can of soup, and your biscuits, and it's done. I mean, it's just that simple. There's nothing to it. Like I said, the vegetables are optional. The parsley's optional. A lot of things there are optional. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, I put some of it in the freezer. So, you know, I could just take out one package and I've got dumplings and everything ready to go. Just microwave it. Alright, I'll tell you what, you might be able to find this stuff someplace else around town, but you're not going to find it any better than this right here. Okay, I'll see you. I gotta go. I gotta eat.